it's a good idea to start the lecture that describes the difference between linguistic consistency and linguistic competency. This research has been done interdisciplinary. It started in the cognitive science through cognitive learnability. What linguistic consistency means. By tracing the effect of utterance production based on the psychology of the intonation, which is really based when a person wants to express himself, if he's angry or furious, he can easily say it in a very harsh intonation. And then using a certain lexical terms. Based on this idea, when he's happy, he's going to change the intonation based on the psychological status and the psychological situation where he wants to express himself. This is based on the profile of all kind of negotiations in any dispute between two countries, for example, or between two institutions, or between two persons. If they have got the idea deep in the mind that there is an intention of coming to an end and working for securing peace or securing settlement of the dispute, they're going to use a certain lexical term based on the linguistic consistency of the term connected with the utterance production in the psychology of spoken language and psychology of the facial expressions and the psychology of the language itself when he's going to select a certain lexical term to reach a certain meaning, to make the other party or the addressee who listens to the word being used to accept the solution being presented or to accept the idea. Based on our research through linguistic consistency, through the psychology of language, we've got to find linguistic competency to open the gate for much more meanings for one word being used, be it based on the situation and based on the utterance production, and then introduce a new concept formation mechanism in the mental map deep down to reach what is being said and what is being targeted. as an objective of using that kind of lexical teams. This is only in the Arabic language. It's quite amazing that there is a bridging mechanism between linguistic consistency and linguistic competency based on the lexical team being used, on the syntax mechanism, and then being used in the semantics, that there is a deep meaning much more than being expected, being introduced in the situation, such as verse in the Quran, ayah, وَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. That means you should not suppress or offend the orphan in an offensive way. Prohibited. The sense here of forbidding, being harsh on the orphan, secure the human right for the idle orphan and the young orphan who is weak and frail and he cannot defend himself and he has no other alternative except to be under the suppression of the one who is taking care of him. Then saying no, don't do that, prohibited, la taqhar, has been a rule in the verse that cannot be overstepped. This makes anyone who is taking care of an orphan, he will fear and will be afraid not to be penalized by the ayah, which he says, no, don't do that. That means to control the aggression and to control the offense, to control all kind of irrelevant approach to the orphan, to be calm and to be very peaceful in dealing with him, to secure. Once you get him well secured, in order to be well brought up. This is being expanded by the meaning of the word and the lexical team. Not only linguistic consistency that gets the right meaning which is targeted in the utterance, then to get a new meaning of securing human right, such as a beggar. If he comes to ask somebody, the beggar has been suppressed under the situation that he is very poor, that to come to beg and to ask people to help him. There is a verse in the Quran, says, La tanhar. Why? Do not rebel and not shout at him. Also, this means to secure the human right for the poor who comes to ask other people to help him, that if they want to help him, they can help him easily without offending him. Or if they don't want to help him, they just say very nice words in a calm way in order not to offend his feeling that being in a poor status. This is to express the interdisciplinary of the psychology of language, where the word is being connected to the utterance production, but normally the feeling is the mechanism of selecting a certain lexical team. For example, somebody wants to shout at somebody. He's quite angry and he's not satisfied with any kind of behavior. And he wanted to say, don't do that. Or he wants to say, I'm not in a position to accept your attitude. Then the psychological status of trying to secure certain meaning in the mind of the addressee is responsible for selecting the team. If he doesn't respect him, he can shout at him. If he respects him, he say, sorry, I cannot accept what you have done. Please try to change this way. Be better for a change. Then there is a sense of respect. It is the tuning mechanism of taking the right lexical theme to be consistent with the inner feeling, to say a word to the addressee, to convince him that, or to show him that he is doing something wrong, and you are not accepting me. You are not accepting what he is saying, what he is doing. If you are very angry, you could say, stop it. I'm not going to talk to you from now on. Okay? Don't talk to me. Finish. The relation is being dropped. Very harsh way. Look, he says, don't talk to me ever after. No. It's finished now. Then, what I'm trying to explain is the idea of the competency here in the lexical theme, in the mental map, based on the perceiving power. There is a perceiving power in each mind, and normally it is tuned by the feeling you wanted to say and the intention of what you wanted to convince others, the intention of saying a word, selecting a word, using a word, using a certain utterance production, and using intonation, high or low, to express your deep feeling and your intention of saying it. This gives us a chance to connect intention and to connect mind, set, to connect the mental map based on the linguistic consistency of the word being selected. We are quite happy to come to this conclusion, to open the gateway for more understanding and for more mental set up and mindset based on the mental construct of the intention that makes us choose the word and the right word to express what we feel and to express what we intend to do. Thank you very much for the will of you.